Hi guys, Patrick here. As you can see, I'm recording with something which is pretty much free. I'm not a professional streamer. I'm just an average player that is struggling to succeed. And while playing, of course, I made this nice build which is pretty much inspired by Asmodeus. So while surfing through YouTube, where is my YouTube? Nope. Here. While surfing through YouTube, I found this build of his, so Asmodeus, very nice build, very smartly did. It's a build that is quite tanky for the DPS it have. What I like to do is test different kind of builds. So pretty much I'm playing testing builds, testing different kind of mechanics inside of the game. This is what I like to do. But of course, to do all this, you need to make some currency. So you can find his POE here. Of course, you can access it here. You can copy and add it in path of building. So I was checking his POE, and of course, he has some nice stuff around here. So with full build like he is designed, it is 130 mil DPS. Now, to obtain this DPS, unfortunately, for an average player is almost impossible. Why? Because this build here costs around roughly 2 mirrors, maybe even more. God knows. So, of course, if you want to build something, just taking as a reference another build, either from POE Ninja or you just find some YouTube, make sure you check all the items. So let's make a little bit analyze. This helm here costs roughly 500 divines, so 1 mirror, more or less. This one here, this armor, it's again quite expensive. I'm assuming again around 50, 100 divines, most probably, even more. Because it's +2/+2, and this is providing him a lot of million of damage. So if I take out this, as you can see, the damage drops. So I can just add another one. Alright, and I will just replace it with a standard one. You can see the damage drops. Why do you need to also see the rare items? The rare items here, okay, this chance to suppress, you can get the dexterity, it is very much needed for this build. For the gloves, so these gloves can be done or let's say replaced with something similar. Rala Cash, this is also I think quite expensive because of that +1 to maximum endurance charges. If you will just take a simple one, I think is 1 or 2 divines. Badge of Brotherhood, simple one, it's cheap, yet this one is +1 to all maximum resistances, I think also quite expensive. Plus, you need to calculate if you will not have exactly the same, your, let's say, defense will be a little bit not so good. The next one is very important, is the ring. The ring here plus maximum power charges, this is already 1 mil, probably even more. So here you can already calculate that as average player, you cannot just afford this. If you don't know how to craft it or you don't know how to get it, this is 1 mirror here. This is also expensive and of course mage blood. Most of average players don't even see a mage blood, don't even have a mage blood, they cannot afford a mage blood. Now this league is a little bit more cheaper than previous leagues, I think it's around 100 EVs or 200, somewhere between, depends how good the stats you want to have on it. But this is very important for this build because what I noticed, some of the stuffs are revolving around it. What is revolving around it, of course, are the flasks. Flask that gives avoid being shocked. This is very important because with this flask here and with, I think, this gem here, Storm Shroud, he is capping his elemental alignments. Of course, he's capping the shock, and then with the gem, he is putting it all over, like chill, freeze, and so on, and ignite. Then he have here another flask which is very interesting. This is speed, this is simple. Yeah, this one. Additional elemental resistances. Now this is important because when you will follow his guide, you will notice that, hey, I don't have enough elemental resistances. And if you don't have enough elemental resistances, you will kind of die in maps very, very fast. So if you don't have a mage blood, you cannot use this kind of flask. You can, but like a few seconds you will be like without those elemental resistances, which means you will pretty much die very fast. So I had to think on something else. Alright, plus we have this jewel here, which is around 780 divines. Again, not super cheap for somebody who is average player. This is honestly, you don't even find with effect on Oncourse Aura. God knows how many divines that is. Yeah, you can find increase elemental damage and then you can choose maybe another stat. Alright, and of course he have, oh yeah, this jewel here is like 90 divines. So to get this stuff around here, it costs you 90 divines. So if you are not super rich, honestly, you cannot afford doing that. Very good build, I like it a lot. Too bad I'm just too poor, like most of you. So I designed this build here, which is a little bit similar to his. I pretty much used similar passive tree. I went a little bit on the same steps, but with a few changes. Now, that build, two mirrors, this build, you can make it function with 15 divines, maybe 20. If you want to get some nice upgrades, you can go more. Of course, you can do even better, even more, but let's see what I have. So my build, I think it hits around 10 millions per brand. So what we will do, I will just import very fast mine. Alright, where is my trickster? Alright, so this is my trickster. This is the build that I'm playing for 2 days. Okay, let's go. Energy pulse max, so roughly 4 millions. If we put also the flasks 7, and let's see, because one of the flask is always shocking. Sorry, it's not shocking, so I don't have shock. I just have charges. I have onslaught and fortified. I don't have because the yeah, that one is quite expensive to get. And yeah, let's say flask active. So for now we just counted 8 mil DPS more or less. What else? Okay, roughly I think that's it. So let's say that 8 mil DPS per brand, which pretty much can make you for this budget to kill all the guardians. I just killed Maven 1 hour ago. Very easy. I am planning to kill more bosses. So what I did here is, as you can see, passive 3 is quite similar to Asmodeus, which again, my head's down. Few changes, because I cannot afford Mage Blood, I had to take this mastery, because the mana usage is very sick. I'm not sure honestly if this regenerate is helping me, probably I will need to change it, but these two nodes for sure. Then I took some Watcher side that was a little bit cheaper, like 2 divines, because of lightning damage while affected by Wrath, and of course some physical, let's say, defense while affected by Purity of Elements. So this I was lucky, like 2 divines. Then this one, of course, I was not able to find exactly like his, but I just prefer to get some regeneration of mana, because as I mentioned, to get mana here with this build is wow, a struggle if you don't get this node here. So make sure when you take this jewel, so do not affect these nodes. I also took mana here because of the reservation. and I have here, I still need to add a point here, and I voted for this jewel because it cost me like 35 chaos or something like that. 35 chaos, and well, seems that damage output is better because of that 25 increased effect. Unfortunately, I'm losing 2 more points, so yeah, I have the option to use like 35 chaos cluster jewel versus 7 divine ones. Damage will be a little bit smaller, but I will win 2 points. Yet, because I'm broke, of course I'm voting for that. Now he choose on ascendancy these, no, these not here. I choose to go here because I don't have that much spell suppression like he have. Now because the spell suppression have also 50% chance for energy shield recharge to start, I didn't go for Ghost River, so I choose Zealot Oath. Why I choose this one? Because I was using a Spectre which had regeneration, but I'm not sure that again how much that helped, because those specters are nice this league, but you need to make sure how to keep them alive. That's the only problem. Okay, so I will anyway link this POB under video, you can check it out. This is the build. I'm using currently 4 specters. How I can get 4 specters? Well, his helm 1 mirror, my helm 30 house. If you so you can find a 10 hours, 30 hours, this kind of helm with plus maximum power charge. If you want with more increased energy shield, then I think it's 1 divine or something like that. I paid for this like 2 divines. This is 1 divine. This is like 4 divines because I needed a spell suppression, dexterity, and of course that resistance. I was lucky, I found with physical damage converted to lightning, and then I just of course crafted increased damage while leeching, as we always leech, as here we have energy leech support, so more damage. I'm not sure if POB is taking that into account. 3 divines, this one again, I was in dire need for those of course lightning, cold resistance, and strength a lot, and well, maximum energy shield always comes nice when you have a higher life and you don't die so fast. As you can see, I have chaos inoculations on 1 life. This one I dropped on a boss. I think is quite expensive. I saying like 5. I think a few days ago it was like 10 divines. This one is like 3-4 divines, depends how lucky you are. So overall I have here like 10-15 divines, not so much. So if you are a medium player and you cannot afford 2 mirrors on a build, well guys, try this one. You're packing a lot of damage, like really a lot of damage. The guardians are just dying like ships. I will put at the end of the video some examples. Alright, I put here some map. I want to kill Baran because I need it for the, of course, for the invitation. I will just put all this. So let's go kill that guy. Oh shit, of course I forgot to look what kind of disadvantages my map will bring. So yeah, let's see. Okay, I forgot to change to be immune to reflect, but again, we don't have reflect. Cool. So what is important, you need to add here, very important is to add convocation and press it quite often. So you take these mobs, these nicely specters out of the danger zone, plus the convocation is healing them for 1.6, 0.5 something percent, which is not big, but is sometimes helping you to keep them alive. Of course, I have linked for specters another 3 support gems, which help them to be more alive. I have like Minion life, elemental army, and mid shield. Now pay attention a little bit to chaos. Chaos damage can kill them, corrupted blood can kill them, and some kind of dead degens can kill them also. Let's get some weaves to make this harder. So why to be so easy this map? Hopefully a few thousands wisps. Maybe also some nice drop. I'm not even dreaming about mirror. I think that's for real streamers or maybe lucky people. Alright, okay, so what is important, always put your brand in front so everything dies and doesn't touch you or your specters. Actually, I'm not even care about me, I care most about these specters. They are not so expensive, and honestly doing this you can keep up them alive quite a lot. Just if you get to maps where the house damage is present, probably you will lose one or two. So pay attention to that. Now they are quite cheap, as you can see. I'm using the specter that gives me determination aura. What is very important is the specter with wrath and zealotry. And of course I choose another one which gives me critical strike multiplier and onslaught. The one that gives critical strike multiplier, it also gives wrath, then it's nice, so you get like 2+1. So I'm talking, but I'm not paying attention where I'm going to gather all these wisps. I already have like 4k. Alright, this will be interesting if Baran will also be affected by it. So 4.5k wisps. Alright, this will be fun. So as you can see, they are hitting me quite a lot. My ES is just jumping up and down. I need to pay attention. Okay, that guy almost dies. That's not good. As I already mentioned, I care more about them than I care about my ES. So let me just clean them. We have also shock crowns, because why not, to take more damage. Oppa, nearly died. Now what is good that these specters are not so expensive. The Vrat one I think is like 10 chaos. The another one with Zealot, another 10 chaos. I think people just don't like to use them even though they add them to this league and they are very nice add-on. I would hope that they keep them also later, because in this league we didn't have even time to test everything, at least I didn't have time. So I would like to have them also for the future. Okay, that guy is almost dying to me. Hopefully he will still survive to the boss. I'm just taking these maps. Some of the drop. Okay, let's kill. Let's find the boss. I want the boss to show you how the stuff is going. I see we have here some nice drop. But because of the filter I cannot even see it. Oh, one note. That's nice. Kill. So always put your brands in front and from time to time press that convocation so they don't stay on shock crowns or different danger areas. And what is important, they need to be near you in order to get those auras. Now if you got those auras, of course you have more damage. Alright, that I forgot. So on POE I have 8 million DPS, but I didn't count the auras, I didn't count Vrat, I didn't count Zealotry. Because they are coming from specters, the POE tool cannot see that, and they still didn't implement something in POE tool to have all these perfect specters with all their, let's say, bonuses that they give, which is too bad. But okay, get out of that because that is degen effect. Kill. Let's see. Let's go. Alright, here should be the boss. and one of them died. Which one? I still have Fraud, I have Determination, so Zealot 3-1 died. Okay. Okay, so less damage. Anyway, hope it will not affect too much. Normally it should not. Power charging is really nice in this game. Alright, so the boss died like super fast. Let's make here a saving code. And let's go kill this barangay. So let me put here some of them. And alright, pay attention, not get hit. And he died. Ah, well, that's it. Died quite fast, right? A few seconds. So as you can see, the build is really nice. Alright, I lost that one. It's quite cheap. As I mentioned, it's like 15 divines. You can do it. I'm trying to, probably if I will have time, I will try to play a little bit more with these specters. They are quite nice, I like them. So I let at the end of the video another, let's say, examples where I killed some bosses with this build. It is going quite fast, so if you want to do similar like Asmodeus did, because when I see this kind of videos where they are killing the bosses, I'm always like, wow, hell no, I want to do the same. But unfortunately, yeah, I don't have two mirrors. So you can try this one. Probably you will die one or twice at some bosses if you don't know the mechanics, but in the end you can do them. As you can see, this kind of citadel bosses are dying in seconds, no big deal for them. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the video, and of course I will continue if I will have time to test more builds. Maybe I will find something cheap for you to experiment. So again, this video is designed for average players and beginner players. So +1 maximum power charges. Of course, this can be changed, this can be tried to be done according to his build. My rings are shit, I just care about dexterity and resistances. I have auras like Purity, Grace, Discipline, and of course Defiance banner I managed to get because I went and spent another, I think, 3-4 divines for this one because I had that banner skill reservation, and I just like to hinder enemies with spells, and of course inflicting extra lightning resistance, why not. This one was 2 divine, I think. For those criticals are quite nice. It's nice boost for damage. So yeah, this build here, if I will say that I have Zealotry and I have Wrath, as you can see it jumps to like 40 mils, but because the Spectre, I don't think it gives level 20. Honestly, I'm not sure. If somebody of you know, please write in comments or let me know. So I'm just calculating like level 1. Even though it is like 12 million per brand, and you can apply additional brands. So I'm thinking like 2 or 3 brands are always attached to the boss. So that's around, I don't know, let's say 2 brands is 24 mil DPS, maybe 36 mil DPS if there are 3 brands attached to it. So yeah, enjoy. Hope you will also succeed to make this. Ah yes, and I still have to do this. And each of these is again not so expensive, maybe 1 or 2 divines. It depends. That critical strike I cannot afford with +5 because that's super expensive, so I went for something cheaper. So enjoy, try it out, and have fun. I will leave some examples after this video. Take care.